I really want to see what Aqua's T-side roles are on this map, right? Because on Nuke, he kind of plays this like hybrid lurking role, but then occasionally is the guy to entry into bomb sites and create you space. More often than not, though, he's operating alone on the T side.
Oh,
so
you have to wait, Harry.
Yeah, we will have to wait to see, obviously, what would the CT side start for Big Omen Academy. But that's something I want to just bring up now so we can bear it in mind heading into that second half of play.
Little lapse walk. The bomb's still back at Banana, but we're about to get that info for Glaive. He's been very good with the headshots, and today is no exception, even going for a jump. Gets the info on another man, at least. And gets out of there alive. 5 on 4, Big looking good, in control. And not offering up any way back in to Fnatic. In fact, they've got 4 up on the A side. Things commit here. It's going to get nasty for Fnatic. They still have a man at B. Do they want to back off, or is this just the wrap into spawn? Nick push back on long, and he does drop the bomb. Can't follow up, but he's done his job. 4 on 3, and into CT they go now. Fnatic are trapping Prime Taps, but he's more than aware.
Yeah, he's already holding back at Ruins. He's not worried about Banana anymore. He's just holding for these CT players. Regardless, it's Regali to take his head off. And now the B plant looking to come through. However, Aqua, that other heavyweight, knocked out. Bested by Pepsor, who's having one hell of a round. 3 kills to open up this pistol. And now just Glaive left alive. The man who started the round for Big Omen Academy has got to try and close it out as well. And Regali is just a little too quick. Fnatic Rising, they pick that one up. Considering that started in a 4 on 5 and then actually gets dwindled down to the 3 players, you know, with Nick finding a kill over towards long. That is really impressive that they're able to win that out.
Yeah, the question is this Big's biggest challenge yet, right? In Fnatic really rising through the ranks in this tournament. They started slow and they've gone on strong. So that's a nice little pistol from Pepsor and Co. Fnatic looked so good on this map yesterday, and it was the T side where they really just ran about and did what they wanted to Furia. But also playing sound CS at the same time. As far as Inferno goes, for the first 2 games we only saw them on Vertigo, and players like KST struggled. He certainly didn't on this map. Oh, that's a nice dig from Prime Tap. So the flash over from Glaive, it's Big finding a kill. Bombs back in spawn. This is still a default for Fnatic. No hurry.
Oh, okay. I like the game that Pepsor is bringing today. Right, I think for this guy, you know, while I'm sure he's happy the team's doing great, he's someone that wants to be talked about himself, and I think a lot of the attention has been on Regali. So if we're able to get Pepsor giving it 120% and soaking up some of that limelight, then Fnatic Rising get even scarier.
Yeah, nice rotate as well. For a second, they looked like they wanted to wrap A, but then they got that B pick and realized it's probably just one man here. That man is Prime Taps, known for his headshots. He's got the light rail to do it again. Hearing the players in the sight, and he misses the first volley of bullets. Now they're getting closer. Bomb can even be planted here for Fnatic. They have lots of room, lots of cover. Prime Tap's backed up in the ruins. They know he's here. They've got him locked in a corner, and he still lives to tell the tale. No more, surely not. Keve puts him down, and that might send a Big out for the save. Nick is here. I thought he would go for a little dig fight there, but instead, they know this round isn't winnable, and that alone is temptation enough to pull your pistols into the next. 2-0 for Fnatic Rising. Starting strong.
Yeah, and it's going to get even better as well, right? That was the 4th spot at Big Omen Academy. And so, you know, we will just have these saved guns up in the next round to try and do a bit more damage. Let's listen in to the Big Omen Academy team speak as they embark on this this eco round around the saved weapons.
Jo, mach mal. Pick deine Scout nach dem 3K.
Mach vielleicht sogar Instant Flash, ich pick einfach.
Tapsen?
Ja.
Auf geht's.
Warte, ich call dir. Flash. Da Mitte rum.
Boom. Bitte
Einer Elec, ab und die mit.
Pass auf, wenn die lang gehen, einfach weg. Ja, ich
Und
nade
wenn ihr
dann
wieder
einmal.
Nades.
Ich schieb nochmal lang auf.
Oh fuck, Alter.
Und back in die drinne.
Kann
Ich
ich,
schieb Richtung B, ich schieb Richtung B. Mach. Doppelnade lang.
wollen wir hier ruhig spielen, auch wenn wir keinen Flash haben?
Smoke.
Lang
Kannst du von
gesmoked.
zu close gehen mit Deagle?
Wir haben einen Joker-Bosi.
Bald einer B, ne?
Bleib Backside, Nick. Jiggle einfach lang.
City Smoke.
Bitte Smoke B.
Mitte raus.
Hab mich einmal
Mitte.
gezeigt, ich gehe nochmal mit A. Einfach weiter jiggeln, Backside.
Ja.
Stell mich einfach zweite, Digga, auf Movie.
Okay.
Ja, ihr könnt halt B stacken, to be honest.
Und das B-Stacken wäre mir nichts.
Ja,
Ich
ja,
kann
okay.
das zweite nicht gewinnen.
Hier hab ich die Tür aufgemacht.
Niklas hat Smoke noch, ne?
Ja, ich hab
Ja.
einen Smoke zum D-Lane.
Die
wenn
B
du willst.
executen, kannst du smoken und dann Smoke gehen.
Wer wirft?
Gegen
Bitte
Smoke.
Smoke.
Gib Smoke.
Flash Fake.
Und noch nix.
Nee, B committed.
Einer down. Beide noch
Boostet
down.
ihn mal, Nick.
Booste mich nochmal.
Kann sein, dass er als
Steppen
City
zurück,
kommt.
glaube ich. Steppen zurück. Die steppen laut zurück.
Dann könnte einer CT drin sein. Ja, Mitte kommt.
Trade mich.
Kommt.
Einer
Also 10 Sick.
Nice. Das ist der, der immer lang
Traden, mich
schießt.
traden.
Shot geht durch.
Nicht Backside
Einer
gesmoked.
Shot. Einer ist
Okay,
unter
ich
Lauf.
gearcht so
Einer
Niklas.
ist schon Vino planten.
Ja.
Einer plantet Vino. Einer Short, einer Vino.
Komm Haus.
Mit
Short
dir,
und Vino
Niklas, lass
bekannt,
mich
der
vor-
andere
Kurz so.
Nice, nice.
Ich komm
Lass
Haus,
mich
ich komm
vor.
Haus.
Vino
leise.
und bekannt.
Full AK.
Vino piekt mich. Bitte
Jump
Graves,
kurz
ein anderer. Immer noch Vino, einer. Immer noch Vino. Vino.
Ein Kid.
Vino,
Einer Pit. Einer Pit.
Geh raus. Hit.
Pit rein.
Sport letzter.
Nice!
Sick, auf
Sick.
geht's.
Geil, 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 geil.
Was? Bude gefangen da auf kurz.
Digga, da sick Runde von jedem. Ah, warte mal, ich werf den AK zu ihm.
What
Wow.
an eco
Yeah,
win.
they were not meant to get that. They were not supposed to win that. You thought Regali was going to do enough down in the pit, but some fine trade work out of Big, right? Yeah, it takes 3 players to deal with the pit guy, but still, man, when you're up in a 4-on-2 like that, you can afford to sacrifice a few guys to the good. Good stuff out of Aqua as well, just to throw that
Yeah.
the problems in the face of Fnatic Rising early on. And Glaved with that little cleanup at the end, and that hero AK that had been retrieved. One hell of a round 2 of 1. It's devastated the Fnatic Rising money before it can get established, and you even have the AWP in hand for Lapex.
That's a huge investment. More than worth its weight in gold. Fnatic have 4 rifles in this round. And set up with a default yet again. No nades down Banana. Big don't want to waste their utility. They might try and opt to retake it later, or just keep their mollies for an eventual commit. Fnatic almost ran into that B stack in the previous round. They avoided it, but they did not pick up the win anyway. Bomb finally retrieved, and now you can go wherever you want, right? We know Fnatic have these 4, smoke molly B executes. We saw that yesterday against Furia. Cool Molotov thrown over the top of the roof, but not going to be working wonders. Process fully flashed through the smoke. Spams Glaved. That's going to keep 2 there for Big. That's going to split the defense, and not in a way that favors them either. They may have the weaponry here down in the pit and Aqua on the balcony, but now they've got to deal with a 2-on-5.
Yeah, they do have a nice crossfire to try and thin the herd on this A push, but you're still relying on these individuals. Oh my goodness, the wall of smokes down in pit completely cycles Nick out of the round. Aqua is unaccounted for. They're past him. He pressures the apartments now, swinging out, springing this trap. Nick down in pit is good for a kill as well. They lose out on Aqua, and it falls into the remit of this 2-on-2 with Regali and Keve still up in the sight. These are the same 2 that tried to see through that last clutch. This time, Nick is still trapped down in pit, waiting for Lapex to arrive on his rotation up the short side.
And they wish they had a nade to get rid of that low player. Instead, he's going to get flashed out for fights. Now they know Lapex and his AWP are up close as well, and that's a flick back for Kevin to take the kill. Lapex with a shot, 1v1, and Regali wins it out, getting a free AWP as a prize as well. 3-1, And of course, it's Regali stepping up to the table. It's just all too consistent, right? It's not even just with the orb, it's with the rifles as well. He is clean AF and a real talent, Harry. I'm going to keep hyping him up until this event is over.
It's hard to not keep hyping Regali up. I even went back and had a little look at his stats when he was in Game Agents, man. This guy is not just here in the Academy League he's been able to put up these kind of numbers. Now, even versus tenured opposition, this guy has been a pretty consistent voice.
Yeah, he had that 40 bomb versus, was it Cole? Complexity?
Yeah, I sent you the yeah, man, we were having a look. We were just pouring through the numbers last night, amazed at just how good this guy has been.
Well, a must-win round for Fnatic is stolen there by Regali at the helm, and now 2 guns for Big is all they can muster with this force. Do have the AWP on Lapex, and Aqua's armed as well, so it's a decent buy for Big. But Fnatic, I mean, they've done their homework, man. The one thing that does look clear is they've got a lot of little tricks up their sleeve, right? From good utility, you know, to full executes that we haven't really seen before. Like those wall of smokes on the A pit were really nice as well. Now moving up on long with the arch smoke, Glaved back in CT.
Something else that's cool, just as a little thing to note, is they're wrapping A. Samuelson came out and said that Golden still been involved with helping the Academy squad. Despite being benched, he's still here trying to help the Fnatic Rising guys.
That's awesome.
Build a convincing case. And hell yeah, man, that must feel great. It's really nice of Golden to do that.
Oh.
You know, I know that everyone got a bit dismayed when they saw that he'd like hadn't booted CS up for a long old while, but it just shows he hasn't given up on the love for the game. Still trying to direct these youngsters, but here's Lapex. Hang on. Oh no, this could get out of hand. A 2-on-2. And I know what Golden would say if he were here. He'd say Big Omen Academy get 1, then traded, and then Fnatic win the round.
Yeah, that is true. 1 but not 2. The old way.
I love Golden, man. Shout out Golden one time.
Let's see if the power of Golden can inspire Fnatic to convert this round. 2-on-2, and they're not giving up an inch. Process is waiting. He's got his cross covered by the orb, and they're going to get onto the bomb. Both players on top. Process with a kill, and he can't convert the spray. It's
There's one. Is it traded?
Yes, it is.
The Golden roll, baby. Fnatic, 4 on the board, and there it is. Gone but not forgotten for Golden. 4-1 up. And the money broken on the side of Big Omen Academy. More rounds in the future for Fnatic Rising. That much is for certain.
Yeah, a really good T-side right now. You know, this could be Big's first loss. I don't want to call it too early, right? It's still very early in this map, but Big have yet to be tested out of the gate. They've started every game that they've played looking like the better team. This is the first time they've been down and out in the beginning. Maybe something to be said for that here for Fnatic. B is clear this time around. Fnatic have not been gung-ho about, you know, finding that out and running into bomb sites. So we'll see if this methodical T side is yet again coming in. Lots of util going into B, and while that's a bit of a fake, if Fnatic see no reaction off the back of their util, they might realize it's clear. Huh, why have Big not smoked us off? Why have Big not tried to fight through the CT smoke? In fact, that's because Big are all in the pit. Fnatic, with everyone here, charge their way into the B bomb site just in case there's anyone in a corner. Everything will be cleared. But there's nothing to worry about. This is a 5th round. You said more were coming in the future, and well, they're already here. Maybe even a unicorn round if we're lucky.
Yeah, it might be. It might be. Everyone, get your horns ready. Give me the mightiest neigh you can. It might be a unicorn round.
The unicorns neigh like horses do.
Of course they do.
The zebras neigh like horses do.
Of course they do as well.
Of course they do.
Of course they do, yes.
Of course.
And they're hungry like the horse.
Oh, no one's going to get that.
No, well, because it's very niche.
No, we'll leave it there.
Yeah.
We'll leave it there.
This is it a unicorn round? Get the nays ready. Get the... Oh, it's not. Never mind. Cancelled. It was just a horse wearing a hat. And Fnatic, they're up on a 5, even finding a couple of exits there on Process.
That's the old horse in sheep's clothing, as it were. That's a very tall sheep with a very long neck. And very long legs, but
nothing in comparison to the sheer size of this Omen Academy, though, right?
I mean, that's just gargantuan. That's a giga in nature. And now we're going to need a massive Omen Academy round here for the big boys as they pull out guns. That eco goes nowhere. Regardless goes up banana and very fast. Again, big hold onto their util. They don't try and throw it down. This gives Fnatic a lot of room. They may even call an early execute here. With no nades going down, you're assured that there's not 3 CTs here from the beginning of the round. So is that temptation for Fnatic to just execute in what will be a 4-on-2? Re-smoked off, though. That will hold them back for 15. And in that time, you've even seen a rotate. Lapex bringing the AWP over to B. Big seem to know what's going on. And they have so much util, man. That's a benefit. Not only are they going to be able to drop mollies when Fnatic execute, but they can save nades for a retake.
Yeah, getting 1 kill on this boost would be massive, right? It just helps set up this retake even more. And there's taps with it. We didn't need to hang around and keep fighting. Process extends out and puts this back in the favor of Fnatic Rising with that push through the smoke. And it might be that push combined with the decision to hang around that makes you stop considering this one if you're Big Omen Academy. They're still grouping, they still have an inkling that maybe they can find something in this retake, and smoking out Regali at banana is certainly going to help them achieve that goal, but they won't give it a go. They back out, they give this round over. And so that's a Fnatic Rising round.
Yeah, even having to smoke off their own CT choke point to get the AWP out of the round. It's a sad case here for Big Omen Academy. Fnatic, though, lovely little B execute again. I'm loving the game plan, right? When they get given this room at B, when they get just given banana for free, Fnatic don't, second guess or overthink it and wonder what's going wrong. In fact, they even walk into a stack there and they still come out in a 4-on-4, saving their guns. Really nice round from Fnatic. Their executes have looked good on this map. This is one that Big are learning the hard way. From Big, we've only seen, what, Nuke twice, and I want to say Vertigo? No, Mirage, sorry, against Na'Vi on the opening game. So, yeah, for a lot of these teams, we still don't know fully their map pools, right? Where they're comfortable, where they're not. For Big, this probably is their first official on this map, so... Trial by fire. And no surprise they're getting burned. 6-1. Fnatic now spread out again, thinly, all over the place.
Ooh. That's a nice nade, right? Keve does not get out of that one scot-free. Once again, man, if Golden were here, he would be telling us that this utility battle at Banana, in his opinion, awfully ends up shaking out who's going to take the round. Well, right now, more damage has been done the way of Fnatic Rising. Easing back into this top mid control. I think it's very impressive how Fnatic Rising, unlike other teams like Astralis Talent, very proficient when it comes to adjusting cools on the fly and leaning back into a default. That's what they've done in this round here. Now, Nick is trying to complicate matters, but he's only good for the first. Pepsor not really missing a beat today. It's helped soften up this A bomb site, and with Process still selling the idea that this is a B bomb site play, this player in Prime Taps is trapped in the site. There is a bit of an awkward situation here in that you're waging a war on 2 fronts with very little time left. You need to deal with Lapex, and with that kill coming in, the round is won for Big Omen Academy. That is a disaster as far as they go. You're almost suffering from success there if you're Fnatic Rising, right? You've got so many good results on B and on A that you don't want to give up either, and it leaves you a little directionless in the closing segments of that round there.
It's funny, we're just crediting the calls, and that one's a bit, slips by the wayside a bit. I imagine Process is calling, guys, come B, please come B, but like they're so committed with 20 seconds, they're up short with the bomb. Process gets this kill, and he stalls so long long on that B bomb site with Prime Taps to the back.
Truthfully, like if you were gonna go B, it had to be after you kill Nick at long. It had to be like an immediate decision. And it looked like that's what Process was believing was going to happen.
They had Banana. It was all the makings for a B split there. But they decide against it. And Big win the round. Hell, Big on the board. Nothing wrong with that. It's been a slow start for the German side. An uncharacteristically slow start as well, right? This has been the team that have, the only team here at Weplay that have managed to not drop a map yet. Well, Fnatic are putting them to the test. Finally, Triple B. Now we should have Big using their util, getting down Banana, putting the pressure on, fighting for the car. They've often given away this real estate for free to Fnatic. They don't want to this time.
Yeah, I imagine we see Fnatic Rising pretty immediately try to fix what went wrong there and just play a bit more of a pacey round, right? With the goal of getting this map control a lot faster. And they're not disappointing in that regard in this round now. An immediate kill onto Apex means the AWP is knocked out of the A bomb site. Rotations from Nick are already cut down as they arrive. And so Aqua is the only guy left in this site. Glaive trying to hold down long is good for the first, but dead after that. And Aqua flushed out down in the pit in the meantime means this is a Fnatic Rising round. I knew they would go back to a faster one, right?
Yeah.
I think that's, it's one of these things, I think especially for the Academy teams, they want to show like immediately on the follow-up, you're like, yeah, this isn't a mistake we're used to making. We're not going to make that same mistake again. We're going to bring the fight to them from the get-go this time.
And they push off the pick as well, right? Which is something that, you know, has not necessarily been done in some of these rounds, right? Which is fine. It is Inferno. You don't want to walk into stacks, but they get that kill on Apex with the AWP, and within 5 seconds, Fnatic are rushing the bomb site. I also love that app smoke they throw. The one that lurks, the app's lurk smoke that lands on the balcony, you often throw from the hallway, right? And then, you know, you work out apps, you climb on the railing, you drop pit.
Yeah.
They throw that from mid, and so it goes over the roof and it lands on the balcony. Aqua's attention, he's in pit, right? He's pretty much the only A anchor there after Apex is dead. He's so focused on apartments that he doesn't really know where to look.
Yeah.
And why would someone throw the app smoke from mid and not push apps? Well, it's all just a bit of a ruse.
One of the other things that, you know, like to play into that comment as well is like with these wall of smokes, it's great because Aqua in pit has to worry about so much when those smokes come in, right? He's got to worry about players pushing through the smokes, whether that be, you know, hitting him up in graveyard, whether that be just assaulting pit, and they can come out of apartments playing around that smoke that you reference, right? So he has got to worry about 100 angles, and most of them don't normally exist when you're in that pit position, if not for these smokes.
App stack, and their guns are walking right into it. This is weird. They're going to get into the smoke. No fear for Process. Oh my god. Aqua's here. He's now alone, though. This app stack has been torn apart, and look at the T's walking through apartments. Now we got the flash. They're going out quick. They're not waiting around. Meek has a pistol out, or a knife out, rather. Swaps to the pistol. He's already dead before he can fire a shot. Aqua, App's flank is here, but it might not matter at this point. They're getting the bomb down. Full control of the site for Fnatic. Aqua's staying here alive, playing for the retake. Going to get info for his team, but he's going to be hard-pressed to get a kill. Prime Tap's dead off the B-rotate. Regali shuts down Apex on long, and there's the knife for Aqua. Free AWP. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, Aqua, you cheeky little devil.
That might be our second knife kill of the tournament. I can only think of ZB knifing someone in CT spawn on this map, running through the Deep Furious mode. Can you think of any more knife kills, Harry?
No, I don't think we've had
how
many.
little BM there's been.
Oh, Aqua doesn't want to part with the orb, but isn't given a chance. Still, I like this, right? The way that we've kind of pitted this series to you is it's a battle of brilliance, largely between the AWP on the side of Fnatic Rising and Regali, and the quick-thinking lurk rifler in Aqua for Big Omen Academy. I like that the clash of those two players there comes in the form of a bit of BM on the knife kill.
Yeah. Stayed alive in apps for so long, didn't he? Was worthwhile, though. And even though he couldn't save it, he takes some players out with him.
Being real, man, I think, you know, this could have been a very, very different situation if we had a T-side start out of Big Omen Academy, right? Like, it's one of these things where I think guys like Aqua do some of their best work when they're able to make these big individual plays. and CT Inferno, it can be really, really tricky to find the right spot to execute them.
Definitely.
Right? Especially because usually on the CT side, if you're trying to make like a big hero play, it involves throwing yourself into a considerable amount of danger, right? Like you're either going to be taking like an apartments pop flash into a peak, maybe apps aggro, you can aggro down mid, you can try fight for banana, but these are all very, very risky positions. And if you end up sacrificing, you know, someone who's emerged as your star player in that way in the opening of the round, it can leave you in for a very bad time.
Also, I feel like on this map, you know, in terms of what's impactful as a CT is very different to maybe another map. Like, you know, in Inferno, you can hold your spot, you can go 1-for-1 every round, and you're doing a good job in you know, certain spots depending. Aqua's playing Pit, so, you know, he's hoping for multi-kills. He's in a good position for them, but Apex might take all the glory. Orb tag won't finish the job. The Aqua again flashed out in the pit. His teammates are falling like flies. He needs to put up something here. They have yet to take him down. Finally, they're hunting, chasing into the corner, and an angle found for KST. 3-on-2. Bomb planted as well, and Glaive might just have been spotted there on short. Does beat the Molotov, but flashes will render him useless for now. This retake is not getting easier. That's a big molly from the long side. Glaive's going to run him off the back of it, and KST shuts down the round. That's more like it. KST looking good again.
Yeah.
He, just to reiterate, if you did miss Fnatic Rising's earlier games, we saw him on Vertigo for the first 2 maps. He was abysmal. He was 1-14.
Yeah.
He was 3-14.
I really actually, I might try asking KST this. I might actually send him the message and just get his opinion on Vertigo because it doesn't feel like it's his map.
And we move him to Inferno yesterday, and he looked so much better. He had so much more impact, and the same is being said today as well. Just not, you know, even he's 5-5. It's not like he's like destroying big, but he's not a liability, right? It was, you know, him playing B on Vertigo and barely able to get 1 kill on any of the holds or rotating into the A site. We all know what that's like. So yeah, it does feel like maybe just not his map, not his spot.
We've had 3 knives thinking about it.
Yeah.
I just remembered another. Monzi, Ancient.
Oh,
there we
yeah,
go.
of course, of course. Okay, it's been pretty limited though. I want more.
Oh man, for Big Omen Academy, they've taken another one of these gamble stacks with the pistols, right, leaning heavy into mid. But once more from Fnatic Rising, it's a good default established early on. It leaves them with options. If they uncover this mid stack and they go, look, we've seen like 4 guys in mid trying to fight us, they can just rotate that bomb out of T ramp and over to B. However, look at this. Big Omen Academy are trying to get ahead. Now, this default works both ways, right? Like if you see 4 at B, you go, well, we'll go hit A. This is the advantage of running around like this. It leaves you with these fallback plans, with these other options to consider, but not if you lose everyone on the B play. There's a bunch of kills for the pistols coming in. These guns now can get retrieved and can try to play into this retake. Fnatic Rising and now becoming aware of this free A bomb site.
Yeah,
so they're going to have a plot at least. But this is still not an easy round to navigate.
They need to hurry up. The penny needs to drop now. They need the plant because Big are encircling at them at the moment. The one problem for Big is lack of kit in this round. They've already found 1 rifle. I don't know if there was another one left to be, but they've not gone for it. They've still got to go quick, though. As said, time is the biggest problem, and Regali, adding to the problems, finds another on long. Double down, KST helps out, and blinking you miss it. This round is done. Big get absolutely sidelined. They may have had a 5-on-3 with Fnatic trapped in the A bomb site, but Fnatic fight their way out without a single casualty.
I see a Pepsor as well, right? I see this guy having a great game, 17-6.
Sure.
And I'm glad that he's showing us this side of him, right? Because we often have him as like the guy up there alongside Regali. I would say, you know, a lot of the time, Pepsor is like one of the other players we look to in this team, but he hasn't had one of these games yet where he just comes out firing on all cylinders, showing us why originally he was picked up for the Fnatic main team as that 6th man. So great to see him having a game like this, especially with such a strong rifler on the other side in Aqua.
This is more like it, though. Big starting to take some space. We talked about how there hasn't really been much banana control, not much util used for Big in the early round, and now they start to take a lot more. Prime taps to the triple, drops the bomb, and now he's just got to dump his utility, somehow get out, get a new weapon, forget it. He's on for the ace, final bullet kill onto Regali, and now it is just KST. Careful, you might get smoke walked. Prime tabs for 4, and it's certainly one way to get yourself around. Big have been very quiet on the CT side, but this could be it. Backing on into prime tabs. Part of you doesn't even want to give away this ace. And I love how patient Big are being. They're just not even facing middle. They're not giving up a way back in. They know not only winning this round is key, but keeping your money alive is just as important. So no casualties is the hope. And the ace is denied by KST. Good clear. But really getting more shouldn't be happening. So Lapex shuts it down and 3 rounds are taken for Big.
Yeah, is this enough for them to stumble back to their feet at the end of this first half of play? You know, 5-10, that is recoverable. That is salvageable. Anything less than that, and this might be too far gone. It's a great round out of Prime Taps, right? He shows a bit more face, a bit more confidence. Is denied the ace by KST. The hell, man, you can't win them all. He already did enough in that round there.
Yeah, Big are just looking for scraps now, right? A 5-round half at best case scenario. Doesn't feel good. But it certainly feels better than a 12-3. Prime Taps doesn't want to throw himself down Banana again, right? This time they are holding for it with the AWP as well. Fnatic a lot slower out of the gate. They're going to fast their way through the B smoke. Put Regali in a position to catch a re-peek, but as you can see, Big now, yeah, I was waiting to see this in this half. They're throwing the retake utility. They give up Banana, but they do spend a bit to make sure Fnatic don't rush this B-bomb site. And then Big can even play in front of those smokes. Lapex, meanwhile, in middle, getting one on long, and it's a good bait for his teammate tucked in the corner. Nick is ready to activate. Molotov pushes the AWP back, and Kevin doesn't clear the corner. Freebie for Nick. All down, but he can't do it. Only damage. Still a 4-on-3. Still comfortable are Big.
Yeah, down here in pit, Aqua. Feels like he's been waiting to have a chance to play from this position. Is this the round? Is this the moment? Prime Taps blindsides them on the lower push, and he's already out in middle now. Well, KST gets that frag. Are they ready for Glaive? It's knives out. And Glaive picking up Regali leaves it all on KST again. A clutch needed out of him. Equally insurmountable odds as last time. And so Glaive is going to lock in that 4th round there for the Big Omen Academy.
Yeah, they're clambering back to their feet. They're holding on. But as said, with the best case being 5, it doesn't leave you longing. This is not going to be a good buy either for Fnatic. They're just trying to figure out what the hell they want to do here. Do we want to focus on utility? Do we want SMGs? Or is it just AKs with a flashbang? Buy is going to depend on whatever the call is for this round. And we're starting to see less and less respect coming from Big, right? These banana pushes, these flanks in middle. Better signs from Big Omen Academy, but again, feeling a little bit too late. At least for the first half.
Yeah, it's gonna require some real mental fortitude to grind your way back into this one. And as you mentioned, Hugo, coming into this, these slow starts, these you know, willingness and need to grind your way back into a game hasn't really been something we've needed out of Big Omen Academy all too much. So it's going to be interesting to see them tested in this way. Last round of the first half, and the AWP still in play on Regali. I think it's quite telling how impactful this guy is, that they prioritize bringing that AWP into this final round on the T side, right? A lot of AWPers, even at the tier 1 level, would likely elect to have rifles out in this one. There's the opener, Keve. Gets that trade, and now the B play getting accelerated. Glaive has got to hold the line, and they're going up and over him. Still takes one to the grave with him. And he's set up Big Omen Academy for a 3-on-3.
Yeah, still hoping this round. Big have so much util to clear
I will
out
say,
corners.
Hugo, bear in mind, Regali with this AWP, right? It gets more dangerous now in this post plant.
Yeah, Big have to close the gap though. Flash is in. They're going to go fast. 2 in the coffin side, and Regali walks into the waiting orb. Now it's on Pepsor. He's had a great game, but he can't close out this clutch. 5 rounds at the end of the half for Big Omen Academy. They really did warm back in right at the end, right? 3 in a row. Something to celebrate about, something to cheer for here for Big Omen Academy. But they're still so far behind. Pepsor 19-9. Regali a little quieter than usual, but still hitting the shots he needs to. And hell, you can't complain about this T-half for Fnatic on Inferno. They are going to be laughing all the way to the bank as they move into their defense now.
Yeah, it's certainly put a bit more excitement on this one for Big Omen Academy, right? Because now we're left in this situation where we say to ourselves, well, 5 rounds might not be a lot, but flip a pistol in there going your way, flip a couple of conversions over the top of it, and you're right back into this. And, you know, I did say, I think that Aqua is going to be a bit more activated now as we move into this T-half, right? So keep your eyes peeled for that. I'm excited to see what his responsibilities are in this second half of play.
Yeah, Big still maybe wiping off the dust, right, of a new map. It's one that Fnatic have proved to be very, very dangerous on, very capable. Big are learning that the hard way. Once we hit the second half as well, we're going to be listening into Fnatic's comms, so don't go anywhere. These replays will surely come to an end soon. And now we've got to hear what Fnatic are going to be doing on this CT side. Let's jump into the team speak.
Easy.
Yeah, when you need to change picture, it looks so weird.
But I'm in the middle, it's perfect.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, you take first contact from...
yeah, I'll take first contact.
Yeah.
No one on second.
Decoy here.
On bridge. It's a slow pistol, guys.
Yep.
Ups,
Top,
ups.
top. Good rush,
One on
banana.
pit, 2 on pit, 2 more. I'm deciding. Ups and the side.
I will nade bike.
And pit.
I'm running short, guys.
I'm running as well.
Careful boiler.
Nading bike.
Maybe graveyard.
Nothing
probably.
graveyard. I'm jumping on haircut.
1 ignaps.
One up.
Back in EP
Apartment, yeah.
inside.
I agree.
Graveyard
dead.
One
Pit
pit.
ups.
Hit and, yeah, still close on ups. It's
That's
okay,
right.
it's
That's right,
okay. It's okay. Do you guys want to eco this round or do you want to do the stack?
Any comeback kings in the house? It seems like Big. They start to believe all of a sudden. That's a lovely little A-take round from Big. And considering they had the wind in their sails, those last 3 on CT, now a pistol in their pocket. Momentum is starting to shift here, Harry.
Yeah, is that a pistol in their pocket? Or are you just happy to see them coming back like this? 6-10, maybe a chance at a bit more before that rifle round comes in, with Fnatic Rising taking the force here. A victory in this round tees up Big for an 8-10 scoreline before those rifles come in. The fact that Fnatic Rising have put investment into this one means they want some sort of result out of it. Lots of smokes purchased up, right? Maybe a look at the smoke delay play that's, you know, used to be commonplace in these force buy rounds, and now we still see run a hell of a lot. Good nades, good utility here out of Fnatic Rising, using anything they can to soften up these players before they have to fight them.
Oh, that's a great start for Fnatic. They get the first kill, even though it is a refrag coming in. Just trading kills here is big for Fnatic. Oh, whiff spray. How does Glaive not get that frag? The cover is there. Pepsor gets out with just a measly bit of health. Couldn't grab the Galil. But 3 HP on 2 separate players here for Fnatic. It's still favoring Big somewhat. They're walking into B. Already the rotator coming here before Lapex's bomb, and he walks out open to CT. The scout cuts him down. Big might want to rotate out. They've seen at least 2 men here, and in fact there's a third. It's left all on the back of Process. 3 points of health. If he could just get 1 kill here on the A site, he can set his team up for the win.
Yeah, bomb now down. Nick. Oh, he doesn't know. He didn't know where he got shot from. His Process like invisible. Oh my god, the Deagles! Pepsor with 3. An insane round out of Fnatic Rising. They managed to get to the other side with 4 still alive, guns taken out of the round. That is a huge victory for this Fnatic squad. A couple of misplaced shots here and there, a couple of late dawning realizations as to what players even were.
Poor Glaive.
That was just as weird as the Glaive clip over in mid, man. He gets shot from pit and Nick is like looking and he's thinking, was that Apps? Did I just get shot from Apps?
Yeah, just flicking so fast, doesn't know what direction it is. Oh my goodness, that's a massive round for Fnatic as well, right? Winning the 4s, putting Big's economy in dirt immediately. And Big, they've actually been a team that have often done this. They don't engage in these forced by wars, man. They just take the eco. They come in with guns soon. And I really respect this decision. A lot of teams, you know, they like to battle back and forth. But I think once the CTs get given AKs in round 3, that's when, you know, it's actually a really wise call to give this up. Big don't want to be digging this hole any deeper. They just want rifles out next. So 12-6 really should be this scoreline now for Fnatic. There's almost nothing in play for Big. Kevin knows that. Although the 1P250 does connect with his head. Luckily only a MAC-10 lost, and we still have KST at B, ready to hold. Bit of util left up, takes the first. And he'll eventually give it up, calling even for a rotate, just in case things get wrong. Meanwhile, Glaive's walk through middle. He's found a massive gap on the long side. Oh my goodness, no one knows. He's going to tell his team to wait at B. Actually, the bomb's going back to the A side, but this is far better to be a B play with this CT wrap. The CTs are starting to considering it. The call has been made that long is open, and so Regali is holding on. This could be a nice play from Glaive, but not today. Regali denies it, forcing Big's hand into the bomb site. Won't be easy, won't be fun. One more kill at least. They do get some damage off. Big are probably happy with that round, as now they pull out their AKs.
Yeah, I mean, you know, all things considered, right? Forcing even a couple of bits of reinvestment out of Fnatic Rising there, a pretty good way to have your eco round come to a close. Process still sitting in his monitor. I saw that they that meme kind of took off with Process and how close he sits. Like, look at this guy. Oh, Process, man. Look, Kevin is sitting like a comfortable distance from the screen.
Yeah, the monitor's on the ground. Kevin's on a desk right now.
KST, he's also sat a good distance away, but not Process. Not
judging the try hard, lean forward. I like it. Zentaris does it. Rops does it, man. They're sick. Sometimes you just got to get up and close, you know. Really smell your monitor.
Well, here he is, nose deep in it. Ah, that smells like killing, all right. Here it is. Over here towards top mid, Big Omen Academy walking out into the apartment, starting to take some real estate. The bomb still back at T-ramp. Process waiting on this boost. The man monitoring middle. Made it off the boost, and it all gets a little bit awkward. While this has happened, Fnatic Rising have pushed down and taken Banana aggressively. KST and Keve are pulling off this little maneuver right now. Keve, there's the first, double up, Banana control denied, and the bomb was about to be that third man in. Well, now it's trying to go back, and Process is making matters worse on the other side of the map. For your first rifle round, this is dismal for Big Omen Academy. They needed so much more.
Is it killing or keeling? Because right now Fnatic are playing chicken with their opponent. It's even coming in on the flank. Push through Banana is Keve. He's about to backstab Prime Taps. Bye-bye. And Fnatic find yet another. Ooh, lordy. This is good for Fnatic. Not just the eco win or the force buy rather that has tipped the scales in their favor. Now, as you say, the first gun round goes nowhere for Big. They don't even get a kill. That's going to seriously steamroll Fnatic. They should be feeling ready to close out this map, I'd say. And there's not really much that's going to stand in the way. One more gun round for Big. That's after this eco. This is interesting.
Mate.
First time we've seen Big put to the test.
Yeah, dude, I tell you what, if you're Samuelson, if you're Khan, if you're over at the Fnatic organization, you must feel so happy with these boys and the progress that they've been able to make in such a short space of time. You've got some very talented individuals here, that much is clear. And they've only gotten better as the tournament's gone on. Process holding on to this peak out through Boiler. And he's got Regali watching out on the long side. Oh, he did have Glaive gonna best him with the Deagle, and now Process doesn't want to make matters worse. He digs his heels in over on the short side and doesn't give up this ground. Process extending the
Look at him
lead.
go, man. He hears ecos and he wants them. Oh my goodness, a third. There's another man in Apps. He's turned back to try and deal with him. Lapex is just hiding, just trying to stay alive. Process does die eventually. There's a gun, but it's on the back of 20 health, Nick. No bomb, not much time, and they're everywhere. They're in your spawn, they're in your face. Nick's going to try and throw the gun out. Fair enough. Accepting his fate.
Yeah, I mean, if that isn't a sign of desperation, they're like, you're trying to deny them picking up the AK, mate. They've already got enough. They didn't even have anyone nearby that needed that gun. So 14 on the board for Fnatic Rising. And this buy round, well, it could be the last that Big Omen Academy get to adorn with all the bells and whistles of a full investment.
What a statement win for Fnatic if they can close it now, if they can end this game before Big even really get involved. You thought the pistol round might reinvigorate Big somewhat. We might get to see more of those excellent T-sides that they've provided here at Weplay, but not today. Shut out before it was even possible. Trap between Molotovs. Prime Taps won't last long. It's the AWP to find the first. Regali showing up to the party fashionably late. 5-on-4. Pepsor, all it would take is a
Bro, he's
shot.
got a feeling. He's got a funny feeling about it. Pepsor, I know you're considering it. Look at you with them glasses, man. You're considering it. You're a smart guy. But he won't spray. Instead, biding his time up on the balcony. Nade onto short. Lapex is fortunate he was already walking back, but he decides, nah, man, we're taking the fight to these boys. Big Omen Academy have been uprooted. Aqua can't get out of the apartments, and Glaive is trapped back in middle. Fnatic Rising just 2 kills away from that coveted 15 rounds up on the board, and without a bomb plant for Big Omen Academy, even with the loss bonus amassing, they're gonna have a very limited buy up against 15.
Yeah, and still Fnatic just doing what they do best, flashing for each other, trying to get that info, setting up their teammates. They clear Boiler. Moses is coming in from Palk, but no, he gets cleaned out by Aqua. 2-on-4 now, but time is ticking, and it's not to the favor of Big. A crossfire to shut down the man in question, and KST will finish it off. We're going to jump into some TeamSpeak action and find out how the boys are feeling after that one.
Okay, let's go. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna Molotov.
I can do the smoke, David.
You can do it.
I
I can go B. I can go B if you want. You wanna push it?
No, I'll go B. I'll go B. It's fine.
Yeah. Me and Pepper go down then.
Yeah.
Pepper, just right click flash in the smoke.
Yeah.
I want Molly. Or actually, I'm gonna Molly. I don't care if they should.
I'm flashing.
Playing first flash now. Boom. Second.
I don't see anyone.
B,
I go
Rex.
B.
B.
B rush. B rush. Okay, let's push banana behind them. Nice, Kevin. I'm flashing. Let's keep going, yeah?
That one is low.
Boom. Nothing on big guys. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
What okay, we chill. We sandwich them. They are
Yeah,
top banana, they are stuck.
Yeah, I have a model as well.
Yeah.
He's in front of the wall.
Flashing pole. Do you want flash banana?
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
okay.
go.
I have
I'm flashing.
maybe left
Go.
side. Banana.
Yeah, no.
He's in front of the wall.
I'm
He's
watching
close
the left.
left.
Okay, we chill,
Yeah.
we chill.
I'm watching
He's
car.
coming. I will smoke him off, Kevin. He will go maybe through it.
They smoked too.
Nice.
I'm on locker.
That
Nice!
Nice,
Nice,
GG.
nice, man!
really nice, boys. They all died. They all
Bish,
were burning
bash,
alive or
bosh.
something. What the fuck are they doing?
Let's go.
Nice,
Oh,
nice.
Fnatic are rising all right. My, oh my, what a victory over Big Omen Academy. Up until this game, no one had been able to push the big squad around. Now their flawless streak called into question and put down into the realm of mortality with everyone else. Fnatic rising and making a case for them as the top dogs here at this event. This is super interesting. And I know the guys over at the desk are probably feeling much the same way. Would I be right, James?